Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today is the 23rd day of January 2026, and here I go again. So, I got absolutely no time to do the vlog today, and I actually have a really good topic that I want to talk about. But right now, we start here at my buddy Dan's house. I am over here doing a shoot for my other channel. This is his tropical paradise at night. He's went ahead and lit up all the torches and put all the lights on for me and even lit the fire in the fireplace. Smells like a campfire. It's awesome. So, yeah, the other topic we'll talk about later after I get home. But today was crazy. Another one of those crazy days. So I'm going to just walk around here and give you a little tour. So I've come down from his house, went through the little seating area with the fireplace there, and his whole property has torches all over. He's got these beautiful torches that he ordered from Hawaii. He saw them at a resort there, and he has done such an amazing job on his garden. And it's nice out here. I mean, it's just January 23rd, Southern California. It's no need to put a coat on or even a long sleeve shirt. But look at this. Look at all the palms and everything over there. These wonderful, wonderful torches. Let's see, maybe I'll just do the whole vlog about this. We will not get to the other topic, but I will. I'll throw the other topic in. Has to do with AI. Funny enough, I had some pretty good experiments on AI today and some feedback from some people. So I want to talk about that. But right now, this is all real. This is all real. So I'm walking around kind of the south west corner of his property, and I'm starting to go back up at several levels. There's these stone steps. He has lots of rare palms. This one is called macrocarpa. It's the flamethrower. Funny enough that it's by a flame, right? In fact, he turned off one of the flames there because it was getting a little close to one of the leaves. But it's called a flamethrower palm because the spike that comes out with the new leaf shaft that comes out is red when it first comes out. So we're walking up here, continuing to go up along the side of the property. You probably hear the waterfalls here. He said the waterfalls used to have fire in them too. And as we start to get to the upper part of the property, you can see more and more down. Sorry for the shaky camera, and maybe it might sound a little winded. I'm climbing up here. So that's the look down to where we started over there, where the fire is in the fireplace. Speaking of fire, it's not just there. It's not just look at all these torches he has. But check out this fire pit. Massive, massive fire pit. Beautiful seating area all along there. More fire up in the bushes. And the piece de resistance. Look at that pool. Got a wonderful pool here. A jacuzzi, as you saw here. These steps go up to the slides that come out here into the pool, and he's got like a beach style entrance into it. And that pool house over there, it's actually like a fully furnished little apartment, and he has it listed on Airbnb, Tropical Paradise Camarillo. And that's going to be in my main video. Oh, look at it, man. This is Dan right here. So I'm doing my daily vlog. I do a daily vlog.
Oh, nice.
So I talk about different things, but I couldn't help but show this in it too. So this will be on the daily show as well. But yeah, I just did a complete walk around.
I really like this little view with all the flowers.
Oh yeah, because the cordyline show. Look at the color on those cordylines, and they're flowering. It's springtime here in Southern California. In a lot of ways, isn't it? So nice out here.
Look at that creeping one, like this bromeliad that's hanging there, growing.
Oh yeah, those are awesome. Yeah, he's got tons of bromeliads. If you're into bromeliads, go to my other channel, Jungleland 805. I do bromeliads, tillandsias, palms. I visit gardens like this. Actually, this is probably the most epic garden that I've visited as far as just the scale and the layout and everything. It's pretty wild. Okay, hey, everybody, I will see you back again shortly with my other topic that I was originally going to do today. And then I didn't have time. And then I thought, well, I'll just do it at night. I am going to get this thing done tonight. Okay, everybody, back here in my own backyard now. I'm going to pick up where I kind of left off. These topics have completely nothing to do with each other, but one I had in my head because I was doing something with it today. And the other one I just had to go do because of the time of day. We needed to get Dan's garden at night with all the torches on and everything. And he wasn't able to do it on the original day of shooting. So that's why I was there tonight. But I had already thought about doing something on AI because I know I had kind of gone into a little rant the other day on 2 of my episodes about fake presenters on YouTube. And obviously these things are, you know, AI generated. Somebody's not sketching them out. So I know they're using like an AI feature, okay? And that I don't really like. Not for the fact that I don't like it just in general, overall, although there are some people who don't, and I'll talk a little bit about that too. But I didn't like the way it was used. Like I felt a little bit tricked by it, okay? So I didn't want to give the impression that I am anti-AI or I mean for you not to use it or even for me not to use it for some things. For example, okay, this all just came up today. My older daughter has a hobby where she makes these displays of like penned tarantulas in a frame or a rare beetle, you know, in a frame, or like a display that has like some moth, like a big moth, or a skull from a rodent or something, you know, these kind of like, I don't know, like almost like scientific displays. Like I described it as something you would see like in the queue at Disneyland for Jungle Cruise, right? You see those bugs that are on the wall in the frames, things like that. So I asked ChatGPT to produce a logo for her. And I know she uses one that's round now, so I stuck with that. She uses a black and white one. It's black on the background with white lettering and some kind of white motif or the font or whatever. So I prompted it with those types of things, you know, with those types of displays, that color scheme, the name, and it came up with a few iterations. And then when I asked it to do something else, it like dropped one of the letters from one of the words. Like it dropped the letter from like a very important letter from one of the words, which completely made it unusable. So I kept prompting it a few times to get what I wanted. And this is what I came up with. And I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. It came out really good. I did ask a competing AI, I'm not going to mention the name, to come up with something. And its explanation for why it came up with something the way that it did, there were a lot of similarities. I'm going to have to tell you, there were so many similarities that I thought maybe these things are using the same system or talking to each other, you know. But there was enough differences where one was clearly better than the other for what I was looking for. Okay, so that was one thing that I did with AI today. And I thought it was great. And I would use it for that purpose. Again, no problem. I don't have a problem with that. The other thing was I'm friends with a lot of like car enthusiasts, okay? And even though I'm not like a car person, like a car guy, I guess you'd say, I don't like low cars. I don't like getting into low cars. I've driven Land Rovers for so long. I don't like being down low. But when I see like something that's aged well, you know, like a 1970s 911, I may not take a picture of a 1970s 911 just because, you know, they are pretty abundant out there. But when I see something Like today, I saw a BMW M3, the first generation, a convertible version. I didn't know there was such a thing. And so I snapped a picture. The thing was I snapped a picture. I shot it through a windshield that was not clean, terrible specs and stuff like that. And there was such a glare because I was shooting kind of into the sun that the picture was just bad. It wasn't meant to be a good picture. It was just kind of like to send to a couple people that I know are car enthusiasts, like, hey, look at this. This is kind of cool, you know? So the picture I shot looked like this, and you can tell what it is. Not a great picture. I didn't edit it at all. I just sent it off in text. So then I was driving back from Hollywood. This was on the way to Hollywood. I saw this. I was driving back from Hollywood, but I had to go by Van Nuys first. So I was up on the 118. I decided to come back that way. Guess what I saw? Another first generation M3. And I thought, well, I may not normally take a picture of this, but I just saw another M3 like an hour and a half ago. You know, these cars are pushing, what, 40 years old now, right? 40? About 40 some years old, maybe 40 years old, right in that area. Okay, I'll take it. And it was a very clean example of the car. So I took another picture, shot. Guess what? Into the sun again. The composition was terrible. The windshield was still dirty, and it was washed out again, basically. So in that picture, I actually did some editing and basically kind of increased the contrast, the brightness, sharpened it up a little bit just to get it looking a little bit better. But then I was thinking, wait a second, I use this AI stuff, right? To do stuff like this. I go, wouldn't it be cool to make these pictures kind of look like almost like a little poster series, right? Where they match. So I prompted, this time I used Meta, because I find Meta, although it actually sucks a lot. If you ask it to do anything that has like lettering on it, it'll just screw it up. I think it just sucks when it comes to that. And then other times you can provide it with a picture and ask it to do something, and it completely generates its own thing, which is like, that's not what I asked you to do. But I have found that if you stylize a picture with it, it actually works pretty good. So I asked it to stylize both of these pictures. And I got very specific on the hardtop M3. I said to recompose it so that it wasn't so close to the edges. And then also the smudges on the windshield. I wanted it to be a clean picture. But I asked it to make both of these pictures kind of in the style of like, like anime, right? Actually specifically said, anime style. Wow, did these ever come out really good? It's like the hardtop one, I think because I enhanced the photo before I fed it into Meta, actually came out better. But the other one came out great too. Somebody had mentioned like it removed the driver from the hardtop one. I didn't look that closely, but I just thought it was a very good shot of the car, had the right composition. The styles matched like perfectly, and I went with it. So here's the thing. I got 2 critiques on the images that I produced today using AI. One, I showed to somebody, and I was like, oh, look what I did with this. Don't you think this is cool or whatever? And they were just like, no. And this is a tech person. Like, this person works in tech. And he was like, no. Mm-mm. He goes like, I'm boycotting AI. He goes, him and his wife are both boycotting AI. And I was like, okay. I didn't really probe. I wasn't like, hey, well, why? What the hell's wrong with you? No, I didn't do any of that. I don't really care. He can do what he wants. He can think what he wants. And I'm not saying he's wrong. I mean, maybe there's something issue that he has that I haven't researched or whatever. But I do know that my daughters both have problems with it. And I'm not going to say which one is which, but one of them is very tired of all the fake stuff, kind of like the YouTube videos that I ran into. And she claims that she can tell whenever something is AI, whether it's video, pictures, text, And she'll just be like, oh, that's like so AI, that's so fake, whatever. And so she's kind of turned off of it because of that. My other daughter has an issue with it because apparently, and I haven't researched this, I just quickly looked it up, something about environmental issues with AI, about water usage for cooling, and also increased electrical usage. Obviously, these things run on electricity, and the more they're doing, the more electricity they're going to use. So I get all that, but I don't know. The things that I'm doing, that I'm asking it to do, it does them so quickly that if I took the time to do it, or if I like asked someone to take the time to do it, are they going to use more resources, like sitting there trying to do that? And God, how long would it take to do something like this? And I don't know, with the things that the AI spits out, you can just ask it to change it. Like the logo that I did today, like it came out kind of wrong. Like one of them, it like copied one of the graphics and then made a smaller one down on the side. I didn't like that. I asked it to replace it with a scorpion or a moth. Well, it put a scorpion and a moth, and it took off the first letter of one of the words. And I was like, no. And here's another thing. I was talking to it, right? And I said something like, you removed the I from one of the words, or from this word or whatever. And the machine heard me as I, as an EYE. So when it sent it back to me, it had replaced the I in the word, but then it put an eyeball underneath, which actually came out cool. So I don't know. You never know what these machines are thinking or whatever, but I'm not fighting it. I like it. I have no problems with it, insofar that it's not like trickery, like those videos that I saw, which is kind of, one of them especially was playing it off as that was the presenter. That was the presenter you were going to be seeing and hearing from, when it absolutely wasn't. I think logo design, or if you want to stylize some pictures to look like it came out of a comic book, I mean, I don't see any harm in that. In that way, I have no issues with it. In fact, I use it for a lot of things like that. Images. I use it for text in a way where I'm not asking it like to completely write something for me necessarily, but sometimes just to get me started, or to give me a good structure that I can go back in and fill in with my own stuff, Other times it might change a phrasing for me that I like better. So anyway, that was the other half of my talk. The other half of my vlog. The talks had nothing to do with each other. But as I'm sitting here, once again, I was so busy today, I didn't even stop to eat lunch or anything. So I'm having some Tim Hortons. I made myself some homemade nachos. That's it for today. So I'm going to go edit this thing. I'm going to drop in all of those images for you to look at. And I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for spending your time with me. I hope you enjoy this. Until then, take care.